Hey, what's going on? It's Thomas Galdenzi with Combat Sports Coverage. And on this edition, I'll be interviewing UFC flyweight fighter Nadia 187 Kassem over her upcoming UFC fight October 5th, where she'll be taking on well-rounded fighter in Ji Yeon Kim live on ESPN Plus. So Nadia, tell me how your training camp is going so far, about 2 weeks out from this huge UFC fight.
Yeah, no, it's been going great. I've just been doing a lot of strength and conditioning training at Australian Top Team, basically 6 days a week. And that's basically what I've been doing. And I was just putting in the hard work and hoping I get rewarded.
And so for everyone that doesn't know, you train with the American Top Team out there in Australia. And just tell us a little bit about your training. Like, what does a normal training day look like for you?
Yeah, so the gym's called Australian Top Team. But training is over there. It's like basically I'm there, I'm doing classes or I'm doing one-on-ones with my coaches. So, and my coaches are Ashkan and Suma Mokhtarian. So I think it's really great there, and they've taught me everything I know.
That's awesome. And I definitely recommend everyone go checking out them because you guys seem like a great team. You guys also have a lot of great UFC fighters and fighters on the rise. And so tell me how your weight cut's going so far for 125 pounds.
And then for me, 1 to making 25 it's great. And obviously I've fought out strawweight before. My first UFC fight, I've obviously missed that weight, but so I decided to move up to fly. Making fly is like a lot easier for me. I enjoy it in a way where you don't actually have to always stress about making weight in a way. But this time around, we've got a dietitian as well that's been helping a lot. So it's been really great.
That's awesome. And tell me, how do you see this fight playing out with your opponent, Kim? Do you see yourself winning by TKO, knockout, submission, or is this going to be an all-out war?
I'm not too sure. You never know, but I'm definitely coming in hot. So we'll see how that one turns out.
And then if everything goes great for you and you get this victory, what do you do to celebrate?
I've never really thought about it. Like I never really had a proper post-fight celebration. But definitely food is my go-to, so normally have something really great lined up.
What do you think you're going to go after?
Sorry?
What do you think you're going to go after and eat after?
Honestly, like there's so many plans. Like I love burgers and love kebabs and things like that. So not the healthiest options, but like something that I crave definitely.
Sounds good. You're making me hungry kind of just thinking about it.
Yeah, me too. I'm pretty upset.
Yeah. And then tell me, how does it feel to be fighting in your home country of Australia? Does that give you some extra motivation fighting in front of your people and your fans and everyone out there?
Yeah, in a way, it's kind of cool because like I've fought there before. Which was the last fight, so for me, it's kind of like this can be my comeback fight, in the same city. So that's kind of awesome way to look at it. But I've got an open horizon in that sense where like I'm looking to fight in overseas next. So we'll see how we go in this one.
And tell me about that. I know like the UFC fight, it's on normal time on the United States sides, like we're going to be 9 p.m. pay-per-view time. What time would you guys actually be fighting over there in Australia?
My first fight, I was in the early prelims and I fought about 11 a.m. And then the main card when I was featured on the last one for 234, I think I fought around 1:32 in the afternoon, so yeah, it's pretty decent. But I think this time around it might be early, so I'm not sure. Hopefully not too early.
How do you feel about that? Are you more excited to be fighting early, or would you rather fight a little bit later in the day?
No, I feel like fighting later in the day, is something that I'd prefer because normally we train in the afternoons, but normally we're accustomed to the time we're gonna be fighting anyway, and like our fight week we prep for that. So yeah, in that sense we should be fine.
And then how beneficial for you is it this fight? Since your last fight was only about 6 months ago, and then the fight before that, you had a big layoff, like about 2 years gap in between fights. Do you think it's going to be a big helpful, just recently fought 6 months ago and coming right back in the octagon?
Yeah, I mean, I'd hope that ring rust is like gone or whatever. But I've been pretty consistent otherwise, like in the gym, so it should be more of a flow. It should be like just another day in sparring, but with money involved and having a bit more fun. So, yeah,
it's definitely exciting. And your what is it called? Your recent fight, your very first UFC fight, like you said earlier, was over Alex Chambers at 115 pounds. Is that a weight class you ever think you can go back to, or no? You're staying at flyweight?
Well, I'd like to see how this one turns out. We're feeling it out. Good to have my first feel, obviously 6 months ago, and see how that went. But if it's achievable to make strawweight again, I believe that I could do it with the right guidance. It just take a lot more discipline, and the last thing I want to do is be jumping in between divisions as well. So it's like, oh, that was a really hard one. Am I going to take another one at straw again and like need to diet for the extra few months or put in that extra work? You know what I mean? It's not just being lazy. It's more like putting your body through stress. So I'm not really too sure on that, but it's something that I have considered.
It's awesome. Yeah, 'cause I know a lot of fighters have been moving up in weight classes lately. I don't know
Yeah.
how y'all cut so much weight and then still compete at a like optimal prime. So I think it's great.
Yeah.
Hopefully everything's going to go great for you on this fight, which I think it will. And tell me, you have such a fan favorite fighting style. You have 5 wins, and 4 of those wins come by TK or knockout finish. Tell me, what do you think gives you those awesome finishes?
It's just a touch that I've come up with my personality. Being the 187 that's in my fight name. What's the point of having a name if it doesn't match your style and the way you fight? So I'm all about that, and I hope I can bring that as well to this fight.
And speaking of your nickname, 187, how did you get that nickname? Is that like a zip code, or is that for like the police code 187 murder?
Yeah, it's the police code. So basically, when I was growing up, they used to always like say it to me sarcastically, like if I was a bit hot and heated and I was like being a bit aggressive, they'd be like, "Oh, relax, 187." You know what I mean? Like they'd go go into it like that. And then it just kind of stuck to me for a while. And then in the gym, it was just like a thing. So it just only made sense to have that as my fight name as well.
It's really cool if I name something different, which is always nice to have a different fight name, not one of the normal ones. And then tell me, I got to ask you about the king of cringe, Henry Cejudo. He's the double champ. He's been calling out the female 125-pound champ. And I just want to get your thoughts on that. Do you think that's kind of funny, or do you think that's kind of disrespectful, or what do you think about that?
No, I think it's funny. I mean, it's not like they're actually going to have a fight. Like it would never happen. They would never put females and males together. But I think it was a good laugh. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was funny. I also don't think it's ever going to happen, but it's kind of funny of Henry to be doing that. And then I want to see, do you have any other hobbies outside of fighting and training?
Honestly, not particularly. I'm a homebody in a way. But I like to hang out with my friends and family, just do like normal people things. I don't feel like I need to separate myself and do anything too crazy. But nothing really sparks my interest that much, to be honest. I mean, it's a bit boring, but yeah, I just spend a lot of time with my family. And that's about it.
And then also on the same fight card as you in the main event, we'll see the UFC 185-pound belt on the line. We'll see Robert Whittaker taking on Israel Adesanya. And I would like to get your fight picks for that main event.
Yeah, I'm really not too sure who's gonna bring it home, but I feel like Rob's a bit more dominant, and he's a grinder and he can get that win, but you never know what happens on the night. So,
And will you be staying around to watch that fight?
yeah, I'd hope so. I definitely hope so. I definitely would love to watch. Yeah.
And then have you ever trained with Rob or anyone like Rob?
No one that's fighting on the card I've ever trained with. But yeah, so it'll be pretty cool. But I do know like most of the Aussie faces. We've either met them, had conversation or whatever. So it won't be unfamiliar ground for me.
And then looking back at your MMA career so far, what's been the most memorable moment for you? It could be maybe a win, it could maybe be a horrible weight cut, or it could be a crazy fan.
Yeah, there's so many things. I mean, I think having the whole UFC experience in general, like coming from someone who's fighting on the local circuit to that type of level, was just an amazing experience in itself. But nothing really I could think of. There's so many things that happen that when it comes down to it, it's hard to actually find something, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then,
Yeah.
What made you want to become a professional fighter?
I think just basically, I didn't even think about being a professional fighter. Like I wasn't even aware of MMA existing until I was like 17 or 16. So it's all kind of new to me in a way, but I always just wanted to actually fight. I'd never really thought about the discipline of it or the grappling side of things. I was just like, oh, I just want to fight. So I kind of just put myself in there. Didn't like it the first time, and then went back like 6 months later, and then just became addicted to it. So it's so different thing, and I was a bit confronted by it to begin with, but then afterwards I kind of just settled into it and ended up enjoying it. So
It's awesome.
yeah.
So you're just a born natural scrapper, basically.
Yeah, something like that, but it's always pretty good though. Like, never really used that skill outside, so kept it inside.
Well, that's good. Definitely. Then, do you have any last words to your opponent, Kim?
If you've got to put it into words, no. I do know that I'm going to be coming in hot, so she could be ready.
And then, do you have any special shout outs or any sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, sure. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors: Anomaly Performance, Australian Top Team, Fightback CBD, Cryo Strathfield, and Body Fit Therapies in Auburn.
Well, everyone needs to make sure to tune in to UFC ESPN Plus for this amazing fight between Nadia Kassem and Ji Yeon Kim, because it's going to be fireworks written all over it. And thank you again for giving me some of your time and staying up late for me to give you a call and everything. And everyone needs to be tuning in because I definitely cannot wait for this fight.
Yeah, no worries. I had heaps of fun. Thank you so much.
And if you guys like that video, please hit that like and subscribe button below. And make sure to follow us on all your social media accounts at Combat Sports Coverage. And to stay up to date with all of our sweet apparel, check out our website at combatsportscoverage.com. Well, until next time, my friends.